On radar, which we'll show you in just a bit, are a few showers south. Not expected to move into the region later on today. Not with an added humidity value of a dew point of 64. So it's not extremely humid, but it is starting to really come back up, and east and southeast winds are going to help out with that later on today. Last 77 on the map. It's a popular number at this hour. Floresville at 77, 76 at Kerrville, and 75 at Del Rio, and 73 in Carrizo Springs. So we have a lot of 70s on the map. We're about to break into the 80s in some areas like near George West, Beeville, likely in Pearsall, and near Hondo, which is, by the way, at 79 degrees. Here's a look at humidity. Dew points are showing a lot of green on the map. Not as humid out north, but more moisture is now ushering in from the Gulf of Mexico. And what that's going to do is lead to a warmer day today, but not some mid-80s for today, tomorrow, and even there'll be daily chances for rain and storms, but not mostly across the late evening and late night. If you're watching from Del Rio, if you're watching from the Hill Country, you may see that a little bit sooner. If you're watching from our eastern counties, it may just be overnight shower and storm chances. But tomorrow, that 30% chance, mainly in the late night after 7 p.m. Radar, it's clear in San Antonio. We have some clouds overhead. And out to the south, let's zoom in and show you that near El Paso, Laredo, Encinal, I-35 are a few showers. This is the last 3 hours, but some of those downpours are just not lasting very long. You can see as it crossed over Webb County and near Maverick County, it was a downpour and it just rained itself out. And now it's just a few light sprinkles out near I-37, and that's about it. But nothing in terms of measurable rain, storm activity at this point at 11:05, 11:08 on this Wednesday morning. Nothing out there in terms of widespread coverage. But we mentioned that because out west will be where storms develop tomorrow, and storms develop on Friday and even Saturday and Sunday. It's not going to be a lot, but every evening and late night hour, there'll be an opportunity at seeing a few storms out west, and they'll move farther east towards San Antonio. So for today, the severe weather outlook, the green shaded area, that's for West Texas from Big Bend to El Paso to mostly across the Panhandle. That's where they're expecting a few thunderstorms later on today. So heads up if you're traveling in that area later on tonight. We fast forward to tomorrow, the risk starts to move in our direction. San Antonio is now included in a 2 out of 5, but mostly across the western half of Bexar County, pointing towards Del Rio, Valverde County, Sonora, Rock Springs, and the Hill Country. That's a level 2 out of 5 for seeing isolated to scattered severe thunderstorms mostly tomorrow evening and mostly tomorrow night. And again, they'll develop late in the evening and then move across our area at the nighttime hours and likely be overnight storms, if anything. And then into Friday, same thing, a level 1 out of 5. So a lower risk Friday, but mostly, again, Friday evening, Friday night. So it's that pattern we're in where most mornings and most afternoons are fine. If you have outdoor plans, if you're going out to lunch or dinner, it's going to be partly cloudy, if not mostly sunny. Today at 6 o'clock, middle 80s. By tonight, clouds build back in. Tomorrow morning, maybe some morning fog, some overcast skies, maybe a sprinkle or two. Nothing for tomorrow morning. We're expecting significantly, though. Tomorrow afternoon, watch how it gets a little bit more active out west. You'll see out near Del Rio, northern Mexico. This is 8 o'clock tomorrow night. The time may change a little bit in the next 12 to 24 hours. But we're expecting tomorrow evening around 7, 8 p.m. a few storms out west in northern Mexico, Valverde County, Maverick County near Carrizo Springs. They'll form out west and then they'll propagate and kind of sweep east. And typically in the late night hours and the early morning hours, like what we're expecting tomorrow night, as temperatures cool, that typically helps decays thunderstorm activity. With that being said, there will be 1 or 2, maybe 3 storms around late tomorrow night, and that'll linger into early Friday, and then a very similar setup into Friday night as well. So being that we're in a very slight risk for some severe weather tomorrow evening, mainly after 7, after 8 p.m. tomorrow night, there is a medium threat for some damaging straight line winds, 40 to 60 miles an hour, and a medium threat for some large hail. It's not high, doesn't look like it's going to be like last Friday, but there will be some isolated cells that form late tomorrow night that could form, pea to quarter size hail. and some damaging wind gusts that could certainly blow things down the street or do maybe some minimal damage to rooftops or to some property late tomorrow night into early Friday morning, mainly pre-dawn Friday. Now, since these are going to be fast-moving storms, aside from a few sprinkles this morning and tomorrow morning, it's not going to be too measurable. But as we move into Thursday night and Friday morning, some of those strong to severe storms could drop upwards of an inch of rain. Depending on where it falls specifically, localized downpours could exceed an inch to inch and a half to maybe 2 inches of rain. But notice most areas, based on this one forecast model, between now and Friday morning is not seeing much. I mean, from New Braunfels to San Marcos to Kerrville to even northern portions of San Antonio will not see much. But again, we have to see how storms develop tomorrow night and how exactly they move across the region late tomorrow night into early Friday. But we're expecting mainly overnight showers and storms in the forecast. All right, take a look at the 7-day and we'll show you what we have. Today, 85, partly cloudy, morning fog tomorrow, and that 30% of storms will be mostly in the late evening, late night hours. Is there any hail in the west side of San Antonio? We're not expecting that today, but there is a small chance of hail tomorrow night, but mainly after 8 p.m. for western San Antonio. So no hail today, no rain today. We're expecting it's going to be dry for your Wednesday, 85. But if there's any threat of hail, it'll be mostly late tomorrow night and early Friday. And speaking of Friday, 90 on Friday, 91 on Saturday, and even near 90 for the rest of the 7-day forecast. You can see every single day it may look like it's going to rain a lot, but it's mostly that late evening, late night threat as daytime heat creates more storms and they'll start to move across the region in the late night hours. So don't let any of these rain chances cancel your plans. It'll be nice in the mornings and hot in the afternoons and a lot of sunshine, but those 20 to 30% rain coverages, even 40 on Sunday, will likely occur in the late night hours and late evening hours. So just keep your eye on radar. We'll obviously do that for you here at KENS 5, but it's something to do, especially as we progress into the first weekend of May. A lot of folks will probably have plans outdoors. I think they should be fine. It'll be partly cloudy. It'll be sunny and highs in the 90s. But again, in the late evening, late night hours, we could see a few storms every single day going forward, at least through Sunday and through Monday. All right, that's it for weather. Enjoy today. It'll be dry. Tomorrow, it's when we start to kickstart the chance for rain, mainly in the latter half of the night hours and the 90s in the forecast Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday and Tuesday, guys.